Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Monday, the 14th day of June. Today is Army Day. Happy Army Day.
Absolutely.
International Bath Day today. National Strawberry Shortcake Day.
Yum.
National Pop Goes Weasel Day. National Bourbon Day. National New Mexico
Yum.
Day. And today is officially Flag Day.
Okay,
So it's a day to celebrate
fantastic.
the American flag. That is all happening today. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's a Monday. That means it's a Movie Star Monday, and our guest today is Mr. Jocko Sims. We've had him on the program in the past. He's been in a bunch of movies, but he's probably most well known recently for being in a show that's done very well. It's called New Amsterdam, and he's a doctor on the show. And if I remember correctly, I think when he was a kid, he wanted to be a doctor. We're going to chat about that and much, much more. It's coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study finds that bedtime stories really do make sick children in the hospital feel better.
Oh.
Researchers in Brazil say reading to hospitalized kids reduces their pain and their stress by fueling certain hormones in their brain. Wouldn't it be great if that's all it took as an adult?
Wouldn't it?
Stressed out and somebody sits down and reads you a book. They're like, okay, you're going to calm down. Here's Monica from HR. She's going to read you a book. And a new poll says 42% of New Yorkers are comfortable riding mass transit. So shouldn't that read 58% are not comfortable?
You know, I would.
Doesn't it
I
just
can
seem-
totally see how a majority are not.
I just think it's interesting that they're trying to use the smaller
yeah,
number.
like it's
make
a
it-
positive.
42% are comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means most are not. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. After causing a disturbance at a drive-thru, a McDonald's customer broke the window and crawled through the opening into the restaurant, then attacked the female manager.
Oh.
33-year-old Michael Jordan, not the one that you're thinking of, different one.
He is falling on
And
hard
he's actually
times.
spelled differently, MY-CHAEL,
Of
Michael Jordan.
Of course it is.
This was in Florida, and says he had this little issue at about 4 a.m., so that's about the time you'd expect this to happen. He broke the drive-thru window, crawled through, grabbed and pushed 53-year-old employee. Police
53-year-old employee.
Police say he then fought with 3 officers who had to multiple times had to tase him. No effect, by the way, because he was so whacked out of his brain. Had a drug influence, is what they said. Burglary with assault or battery, 3 counts of resisting with violence, and he's got some drug charges. Locked up in lieu of a $155,000 bond. It's a bad plan. It's what happens, though, when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Royal biographer claims that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's decision to name their newborn Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor.
What?
I probably said half of that wrong. They said it is rude towards Queen Elizabeth II. The biographer, by the way, Angela Levin, suggested the decision was a bad idea because the private nickname was bestowed to Elizabeth by her late husband, Prince Philip. So
I have no clue what you just said there with any of that.
Let's pretend like we know and move on. J-Lo and Ben Affleck have been seen touring schools in the Los Angeles neighborhood, sparking rumors that they are moving in together. So there you go.
Okay.
Sophie Hitchens denies dating Caitlyn Jenner, saying that, quote, there's no hanky-panky, end quote. So there you go. And if that matters to you, you might want to check.
It does not
Check on
matter
things in
to
your
me.
life. There you go. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. A trio of women got the experience of a lifetime when their yellow float was surrounded by a pack of hammerhead sharks.
Oh my gosh.
A little trip to the beach. They got kind of...
That would be absolutely terrifying.
In a photo posted online, one of the ladies can be seen drinking some sort of alcoholic beverage, which that lady might be related to Heidi. Just saying. Can you imagine that?
That would
Sitting
just
there,
be terrifying.
Hammerhead shark. She's like, well, we're going to have hammerheads. I'm going to get hammered. Well, I'm going to get started here. The Milwaukee Zoo released a viral video showing penguins chasing around and popping soap bubbles with their beaks. So if you're looking for a little bit of adorability...
I bet that is absolutely adorable.
Well, I had to look because, you know, it's the tough job I have here, Heidi.
I know.
I had to do...
Was it pretty cute?
Oh, yeah. If you like adorable penguins chasing around popping bubbles, yeah, it's pretty cool. I've got a link to that, by the way. It's in the show notes. Now, that's what people go click on today. That's the thing. Scientists in Russia have revived a 24,000-year-old organism that had been frozen in the Siberian permafrost.
I just don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing there, but...
No, I mean, I really think that...
Is that like the beginning of several different bad movies?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And one last story. A dental student has gone viral on TikTok after revealing a dentist might be able to tell whether a patient is pregnant by looking in their mouth. The student explains there are a few indicators in a patient's mouth that may reveal pregnancy, including nausea and enamel erosion and, quote, pregnancy gingivitis, end quote, which she said is seen like 30 to 50% of the time in expectant women. So there you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
It's another Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Jocko Sims. You might know him from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, The Last Ship, Jarhead, Dreamgirls, or maybe from the small screen, New Amsterdam. It's been doing really good, and another season is wrapped up. Mr. Jocko Sims, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great, John. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, and I know you guys just had your season finale for New Amsterdam, but there's some people who like record this and then they watch it later. So let's talk about it, but let's not spoil anything for anybody. What can we say without spoiling something?
Yeah, I got to say that once again, when I read this script, my jaw hit the floor a little bit. You know, we've been pretty good at having cliffhangers. We had season one where we knew somebody had been killed in an accident. In season two, we had this whole thing where my character was leaving the hospital for good, it seems. And then now we got something going on that we definitely won't disappoint the fans. I really wish I could say more. But that's about all I can tease regarding that.
No, you said quite a bit. That's really good. Now let's talk about your character on New Amsterdam. Is this character anything at all like the real-life Jocko Sims?
Well, actually, I would say yes, he is. You know, when I was in school, I wanted to be a doctor when I was in high school. I believed it so much that I put a medical symbol on my customizable high school ring. And
nice.
Some reason I got to college and I said, you know, I don't want to be in school for the next 12 years. So I took a theater class and fell in love with acting and studied that for 5 years, graduated, and started acting right away. I booked my first audition at the gate, actually. I was very fortunate. But all these years, you know, I had wanted to play a doctor because I was still fascinated with it and fascinated with the idea of playing a role like that. And then this came along, I would say maybe 14 years after I got started, when I was the right age. And I feel like I'm living two dreams at once. I get to be on set with real doctors and nurses, and I'm learning every day. I've befriended them, and it's just fantastic.
Now, for people who watch New Amsterdam, it looks very, very realistic. Is this filmed in a real hospital, or is that just a set somewhere?
Well, we have several locations. We're right smack in the middle of New York City, and we used to shoot some at Bellevue Hospital, very famous hospital in New York City, and also at Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn. And the rest of it we would shoot on our stages, our sound stages. But due to COVID, naturally, we had to sort of kind of leave the hospitals and keep it on the stages. But when you're watching the show, you can't tell. They've done such a great job in our production and bringing this show to fruition, and they continue to do so even through the pandemic.
Now, you were talking about you kind of have two dreams that came true. You get to pretend to be a doctor, but you also get to be a real actor. And you've done a pretty darn good job when it comes to acting. Dreamgirls, Jarheads, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You've had a chance to be involved in some pretty big movies and also television shows. There's a big long list of TV shows you've had to be a part of. Do you prefer, like right now, where you get to be the same character for 3 seasons on something like New Amsterdam, where you get to be Dr. Floyd Reynolds? Or do you like it more where you get to do a character for just one movie and it's kind of one and done?
Well, both experiences are unique in their own way. But I would say about being a character on television, that you get to have this marriage, this relationship with your character for years. And the audience, as they grow and grow older, they get to grow with the character. They feel like they know the person. It is something much more intimate when it comes to television. You're in their living rooms with them. They know you for a long time, and when they meet you, they feel like they're really meeting somebody they know, a friend, or someone they hate, depending on what the role is. So there's something always special about being able to play a character on television in people's living rooms for years.
And with that, do you have people who think you really are Dr. Floyd Reynolds, where they kind of forget that you're acting and they think that that's really you and you're really a doctor?
Well, thank God no one has come up to me and needing some sort of heart transplant or a medical emergency, because I guarantee you they won't make it.
Jocko, thanks for your time today. Season 4, when can we expect that?
Yes, we will start production on season 4 in July already, so we're going to enjoy our vacation time right now and get back to work.
Well, we look forward to seeing that as well. Thank you so much for the time, sir.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Again, our guest today has been Jocko Sims. You might know him as Dr. Floyd Reynolds from New Amsterdam. And again, they just wrapped up season 3, season 4 in the works. Holy cow, starting next month already. They start recording that. Again, all of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Queen has some hidden hideaways. Since the early 13th century, the City of London has officially paid rent to the Crown for 2 small pieces of property. Fortunately for the city, the price has stayed the same for more than 800 years. 1 knife, 1 axe, 6 horseshoes, and 61 nails. They're presented every autumn in the ceremony of quit rents. Although one of these properties is located in the moor in some other area, Shropshire, whatever that is. The other is near the Royal Courts of Justice in the city itself. No one knows the exact location of any of the Queen's land. So I don't know if when they say nobody knows, I hope the Queen knows.
It would sure be nice if they applied stop rent to maybe some of the citizens because I know what they pay to live in that area.
They've been paying the same amount for 800 years.
It seems to me like the royalty probably shouldn't be the ones getting that benefit, but I don't know.
That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Cambodia. A famous rat is being retired and praised as a hero in Cambodia. This rat spent many years sniffing out landmines.
Oh, that's super
Yeah.
cool.
So this rat would go around, sniff them out. And
I
when they
didn't
find
know
one,
rats could do that.
they'd let him know, hey, landmine over here. So this rat is finally getting to retire. What would you do as a retiring rat? Just kind of lay around, do nothing?
Eat some cheese, lay around.
Whatever the best retirement is to live your best life, Mr. Rat, I hope you get that chance. RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I almost didn't share this story, and I'm not going to read every word in this story because it gets kind of a little colorful, a little dicey.
Okay.
But a mayoral hopeful in Albuquerque was punched at a campaign event by a man who was also accused of flying a drone around at an event when he was on stage, and the drone had something attached to it that's like naughty.
Oh.
So just a naughty thing that, that you could maybe attach to a drone. Anyway, they're calling it the dong copter.
Okay.
Is what. So if you're wondering. So that, again, I almost didn't even read the story. I'm not going into all the details. So you just let your imagination run wild.
Jeepers.
So this New Mexico politician has been harassed a lot lately. So luckily he was not injured when he was punched on stage. The incident was partially captured on video. Happened about 70 people gathering to hear the person speak. The venue's owner confiscated a drone that had the toy attached to it. And 20-year-old Kalen Ashby Dreyer tried to get it back. And that's when they were saying, no, you're not getting it back. And he yelled, he's a tyrant. And then he ended up taking a swing at the guy. So
Okay.
Got himself arrested. It's a bad idea.
Heck of a day.
Yeah, that should have been our moment of duh, but it's so bizarre it had to be today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A Texas man has been fired from his job as Chief Technology and Innovation for a local school district when he was caught selling district-owned iPads. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A family answered a Facebook Marketplace ad purchasing multiple iPads from him. In the transaction, meeting him in this parking lot, one of the family's mothers realized, wait a minute, this is the same kind of iPad my kids used at school. Then she realized that's where that guy works, is at the school.
Yikes, that's not
She notified
good.
a TV station. They discovered a video of a school board meeting in which the same man had recommended that the district spend $483,000 on iPads and other equipment.
Yeah.
And they bought some iPads, and now he's selling them.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
No, it didn't look good. He's in lots of trouble. He's been fired from his job. I don't know if you caught that. That was the first line. And it is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. This is fastly becoming one of my favorite segments, by the way. Just very quickly becoming favorite segment.
I know it is because you love that I'm not getting them.
There's been a lot of swinging and missing here, Heidi.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna give you a shot here.
right.
We'll see how you do on this one. Heritage Park, Olathe, Kansas. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Heritage Park.
My first guess would be a rehab center, so I'm going to say it's a golf course.
And your instinct to do exactly the opposite was right. It is a golf course. Yes. When in doubt, do that every time. It's been a bit of a dry spell lately. Put it that way. I think you got one right last week, but not doing real well. There's a lot of folks that are playing along at home, by the way, and almost everybody's beating you.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know how you could get much worse.
That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I love this story. Over 45 dogs rescued from an overcrowded shelter, and they were flown to their forever homes. How cool is that? So these dogs were at risk because there was no more room for dogs.
Right.
It was an overcrowded, overstuffed rescue that they just didn't have people taking the dogs. So from El Paso to Portland, they were delivered, and adoptive families were able to, foster families come and adopt these dogs. This happened back in May. Austin-based Wonderside, a plant-powered, pet-friendly pest protection brand, teamed up with dogs with, what is it? Dog is my co-pilot. Okay, to rescue 45 dogs from overcrowded shelters. I get it now.
I see what they did. Yep.
Yeah, dog is my co-pilot.
Yep.
So anyway, they took these puppies from a place where they didn't need a lot of puppies, and a lot of people weren't looking for puppies, to a place where they were struggling to find puppies. That is a really cool thing. Dog is my co-pilot now has rescued more than 17,000 animals since they started in 2012.
That's fantastic.
I love that. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all the details. It says, the support we receive from our community of animal lovers amazes me every day. That's the president, Dr. Peter Rourke, president and chief pilot for Dog is My Co-Pilot.
Super cute.
They were transported, in this instance, once again, from Texas to Portland. And again, they do this more often than you might realize. Again, 17,000 animals since 2012. So congratulations to everybody involved in that. I think that's a really, really, really neat idea.
I love that.
I've got a link to the story if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.